Good morning, everyone. This is Cindy, and I'm the Tireless Tangler. Welcome. Today's pattern, things are going a little backwards. I recorded a video earlier today, and I don't know what was going on in my head, but it wasn't very well organized. So I'm going to take another shot at this. This is our pattern for the day. It's called Reticulated by Livia Chu, and she says it is based on a love that she has for reticulated pythons, and she says this shape, this tangle reminds her of them. And keep watching, because I stuck a picture of a reticulated python in there just so you'd know what it looks like. Okay. So earlier I already put this in the pattern, so if you don't want to know how to draw it and you don't want to listen to me ramble, then you don't have to. Okay, so this is pretty simple and has lots and lots of embellishment possibilities, as you can see. This is the basic pattern. It starts with crescent moon shapes that are filled in black, and then have straight lines coming out that will follow the curve of the lines. This is my actually my favorite version that I played with, and I really like this, except that I liked it without this extra little shape in the middle. So there are lots and lots of ways to play with this, and I'm just going to show you how to do the basic form. And I shaded this along the sides. On my pattern, I had the inclination to shade what I saw as the dips in it. So I put a little graphite in here and there, but I think I'm going to embellish the edges of this and add a little bit more graphite here to see if I can make this look a little more dynamic. I think if I was going to do this again, I would put a few less curves in this so we could enjoy the pattern. Okay, reticulated. You start with 2 parallel lines, not too close, and curved works really well with this pattern. Okay, the next step is to choose a side and to, hold on, glasses. Okay. All right, so choose a side and start with little ladybug shape, crescent moon type bumps here. You can make those taller, you can make them flatter, you know, whatever tickles your fancy. That's an old saying. Then add in your darkened middle as per the step out. Enjoy the blacking in process. Of course, that's always easier to do if you have a nice fresh pen to work with. Which reminds me, I need to order some. Let's see. All right, forgive the TV noise. Okay, so the next step then is to attach these straight lines to the other side. Now, for me, it is easiest to do it in this way, which is to find a point on each of these bumps that will be the same for each, and then draw a straight line from that point out to the other line. So you've joined them. And so here's another one. I'm going to do that again. I'm going to let the angle of my line follow the curve of the lines. And notice I pointed this one in a little bit because for me this is turning in this way here. Okay, so hopefully you see what I mean by straight, sort of. Then find the midpoint. Let me join this. Find the midpoint of each of these and divide that with a line. All right, then divide each of the halves in half. And by doing it like this, you have allowed yourself to keep your lines pointed correctly in each area so that it is consistent and also pointing in the correct direction with the curves. So you should have something that looks like this. And even though that looks uneven, and you might be right, it's going to be okay. So start and shade right here on your lines. I don't usually put any graphite over the black because of the shiny problem. Then blend it. All right. See how that looks. I think I'm going to add a little bit more graphite on this. Yeah, that's better. And I'm going to make that line a little thicker because I want to draw it out just a little bit further. Oops. From the edge. So we get a nice, cool, rounded 3D look on it. Look at the difference the shading makes. Okay, so that is Reticulated by Livia Chu, and this is what the pattern looks like when I put it in. And this is day 17. Incredible. Tomorrow is day 18 and I'm going to be here, and I appreciate those of you who will be too. And I can't wait to see you then. Thank you so much for your support. I'll see you tomorrow.